Carter to be that dude, because if you weren't, how dare you ask to win Lawrence Taylor's number? You better be that dude. For even making that request, you better be a brother that shows up, okay? We get that part. But the reason I feel the way that I feel about them is because I know they've got some players on that squad. I completely agree with Mina. They are no joke. They are something to be reckoned with. And if you can get to the passer, that goes a long way. Dan, I'm just not sold on their offense. I'm not sold on Russell Wilson at MetLife Stadium. I'm not sold on Jackson Dart being the quarterback behind center eventually. I'm not sold on. I'm just talking about for this upcoming season. I'm not talking about their future and that it's not bright. I'm just saying the immediacy of the moment. My expectations for Philadelphia, my expectations for the Commanders. I'm just of the mindset that we're talking about a team that's battling for third place, and they're looking up to that because the Dallas Cowboys are considered more formidable than they are at this particular moment in time. That's all. That's where I'm coming from with it. I'm just not sold on it. I'm sorry.
Don't let them get a lead. If they get the lead and this defensive line can play with the lead, I think it could be the best defensive line in football. I mean, I think that if they have the opportunity to more often than not rush the passer, this defensive line will be basically unblockable. Now, can that happen? Is Russell going to be the starter for an extended period of time? Neighbors, Jackson Dart? Yes, I understand your perspective and within the division, them being third. But I would argue that in a very short period of time, the narrative, the hope, I guess the realistic expectation of the Giants has really changed. Last year, they were the laughingstock, right? Because of the offseason stuff, the Saquon conversation, and then it only built during the season with the season Saquon had, even though he wouldn't have had that year with the Giants. I will say this, though. There's a lot of, good vibes. There's a lot of feel-good right now about the New York Giants because of some of their draft picks particularly played. So I'm not telling everybody they're going to be in the playoffs.
Dan.
But I wouldn't want to play against that defensive line.
How high are you on Jackson Dart? How good can this kid be? And can he be a franchise player and the future face of the New York Giants?
Yes, I was very high on Jackson Dart. I thought he was the second best quarterback in the draft this year. He flashed in week 1 in the preseason. He was fantastic. You saw some of the athleticism. I thought that the ability to throw the ball downfield was there. Made all kinds of different throws as well, which is something you necessarily wasn't tasked to at Ole Miss. He was tough in the pocket. That was the strength of his. He's just big, strong athlete in the pocket. The development is playing a little bit slower with his feet. The development is why did he not throw a ball certain places with a check down? I think he's their starting quarterback at some point, and he's their future quarterback. I would not start him week 1.
Give me your 1, 2, 3 of rookie quarterbacks right now.
It was Cam Ward, Jackson Dart, Shedeur Sanders. I thought Cam Ward and Jackson Dart were first rounders, and I kind of had Shedeur's late first round, early second round, but those would be 1, 2, 3 for me.
And you still feel that way?
Yes.
What had you thinking Jackson Dart was better than Shedeur Sanders?
I thought athletically he was superior. I thought the things that he was tasked to throwing the football downfield, he was superior. The dual threat element of his ability was superior. That was mainly it. I thought athletically and arm strength wise, it wasn't a massive difference, but I thought athletically and arm strength wise, superior player.
Interesting. Stephen A., you're so high on marketability. I'm surprised you're not high on the. Go ahead.
You were supposed to be, I'm sorry, Dan, coming into the draft, I barely heard anything about Jackson Dart from anybody but you.
Yeah.
Why was that?
Well, I think part of it was because once I started to study Jackson Dart's tape, I started to like him more and more and more. And it was a little bit, I'm not telling everybody that was Jaden Daniels, he was Jaden Daniels, but that's how I felt with Jaden 2 years ago was you watched one game and then another game, you're like, yo, this is really good tape. And then the more I watched Jackson Dart's tape, the more I was like, there's a lot to like about the way that he plays the position. And so, as that evaluation process went, the tape was just so good. And it was a little bit flipped during the season. I was super high on Shedeur being like a top 5 pick. And then I watched Shedeur's tape and I was like, I still think he's probably a late first rounder, early second rounder, but the tape for me wasn't as, I guess, impressive and jumped out the way that Jackson Dart's did.
All right. Okay. I just wanted it on the record because I'll be visiting you again.
I'm not hard to find. I'm here.
Right.
I'll be here.
I can't wait for that revisit.
You'll be hard to find. You are hard to find.
Yeah.
But
you actually that's actually a
promise
lie.
or a threat?
You are hard to find when
Stephen
you're
A,
wrong
he's
and people
on
are
our
looking for you. You
show
are hard to find.
weekly, Stephen A. He literally has set days on our show. I think I'll be able to help you find him. Don't worry.
It's not that I'm hard to find when I'm wrong, Stephen
Molly,
A. It's just like a
trust me.
needle on
Excuse me.
What, Stephen?
Excuse me. We have had situations where where Dan could not be found when he was wrong. That brother was hiding. Yes, we have.
You making stuff up. You making stuff up.
I ain't making stuff up.
Hold on.
I ain't making stuff up. You're gone for days at a time, and you buy yourself a few days to come up with an explanation when you're wrong. You know what I'm talking about. That's what you do.
I don't know. This sounds personal.
Let's
I don't
go.
remember
on,
this
then.
instance.
You know what I would say? I would tell you.
You don't remember
think,
a lot, Molly.
I
That's
think-
how you roll when
Oh
it
my
comes to him.
Let me talk
gosh.
football here, Stephen A. You and your flower
Protected.
print cups. I think I would be more comfortable with Shador playing early than I would Jackson Dart playing early.
Interesting. Why is that?
Situation, skill set, and what's going to be asked of them.
Okay. Fair enough. Do I have time to get into this quick take? All right, let's do it. Another quarterback. Justin Fields got off to a
Get him
positive
off the screen. I'm
start
tired
with
of
the Jets.
watching Elvis.
Beating the Packers 30-10. Put Dan on the big screen, please. In the preseason opener, let's make that happen. Fields went 3 for 4 with 42 passing yards and ran for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Dan, what's the outlook for Fields as the Jets QB1?
I thought Justin played really good. Didn't
need
try to
help?
do. No, I'm just taking my jacket off.
Yeah,
So
it
Stephen
seems
A's
like
more comfortable.
You're struggling.
It's probably a little too tight.
Good.
I thought he looked comfortable, made good decisions. I like the fact that he remained athletic. You know, he had the touchdown run. I think the big takeaway for me was how good the offensive line for the Jets looked. The Jets' offensive line looked really good. Coming from Detroit, Aaron Glenn, their offensive coordinator. I could see the Jets trying to run the football like 500 times this season and just playing smash mouth, old school, vintage Jets Rex Ryan football.
We're just showing a lot of forearm today, guys.
I want Stephen A to feel more comfortable.
I'm always comfortable on this show. You understand? So I'm good. That's number one. Number two, is it just me, or do you not find it strange that we talking about Justin Fields, who's been in the league for several years and only threw 4 passes in the preseason game, and we're asking about him? Is it just me?
Well, I think.
Is it just me? Why did 3 for 4 for 42 yards in a preseason game for a dude that's been in the league for about 5-6 years? I mean, stop the presses.
He ran for
Well, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
say
Yes, he had a rushing
unimpressive, and
touchdown
why
as
did
well.
I
I
ask
get
the
it.
question?
What am I missing? What am I missing? What are your expectations for Justin Fields this year? Because I don't have big expectations. For listen, it would have been nice for him to remain in Pittsburgh still and for them to build around him. But now he was in Chicago, he's in Pittsburgh, now he's in the New York Jets, and you know he's the quarterback for them moving forward for the moment. I'm just asking you, Dio.
I'll answer it.
4 passes. He ran for a touchdown as well. But
Stephen
4
A,
passes.
some people
4
have the
passes
Jets
in the
as a
preseason
dark
game.
horse in the AFC. Our own Mike Tannenbaum did.
That's because everybody else is dark. Outside of the Buffalo Bills, I mean, I understand people, they got some hopes with Vrabel in New England now. We all know that Miami can't play in weather that's 50 degrees or less. We all know that. Just cancel them. It doesn't matter what they do. The second they leave Florida or warm weather climates, they ain't going to show up. They are allergic to playing in inclement weather. This is who they are.
You better
That's
not get
why
like the
New
Dolphins
York
then.
Jets are
You better
big
not
up.
get like the Dolphins then. You better not get like the Dolphins. You know, move
What
to
do you mean?
Florida, move to Florida. You know, the weather, temperature, if it gets below
I'm in
a
New
certain
York all the time, too.
temperature,
I'm in New
maybe
York all
not
the time as
perform.
well.
I'm just saying.
Aren't you?
Stephen A, I don't care where you are, but let's get this delay fixed.
Aren't you in the building right now?
I'm in the building.
Well, listen, that's on them. You know, I do what I do. You understand? I'm going to do what I do. But the point is, in the building, there's an office in the building with my name on it.
Oh my gosh.
He does. He has a big office.
You.
Yeah, he does. If you ever need it, it's pretty
I don't
much
got an office.
pretty much a meeting room.
I don't warrant an office though. It's also Molly's got it at 66 in here.
Exactly.
Stephen A.
It's freezing. Don't even get me started on that. I know. Coming up, all right, we dive into the AFC North next as we don't see eye to eye on the gap size between the Ravens and the rest of the division. See, even you're cold. Someone here thinks the Rams are still big-time contenders, even if Matthew Stafford isn't 100%. Huge disagreement.